Hello, everybody. Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network, and this is another LegacyMaker Sports News update. And that's right, it's been a while, but I'm back. It is September the 13th, 2020, and today's sports news update, we're going to bring you highlights from the Washington football team in their debut, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this is the first game in Sunday football for the NFL, as Thursday night, the Kansas City Chiefs started their new journey as the defending Super Bowl champions, defeating the Houston Texans 34-20. Now, we're going to go ahead and take you now to FedEx Field to give you highlights from the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Early in the first, Wentz with the play action here looks from the 46-yard line in Washington territory, and he finds Deshaun Jackson across the middle for an Eagle first down. First time those two have had a chance to connect since last season. Now, first and goal here for the Eagles. Wentz takes his time and finds Zach Ertz in the back of the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles up 7-0. Wentz not done yet. Pump fake, looking deep to the young rookie, Jalen Reagor, with a big catch and a big first down there for the Eagles. 3rd and 5 from the Washington 17. Wentz looking back under a lot of pressure, and it looks like Chase Young forces a fumble. Eagles able to get it back, but Young gets his first sack in a Washington uniform. LA will put this one through the uprights and make this a 10-0 Eagles game. Now we give you a little Dwayne Haskins action. He gets flushed out of the pocket and finds himself on the left side, across the 30, near the 20-yard line. Nice pickup there by Haskins. Give you a little more Haskins. He dumps this one to Steven Sims Jr. with a nice little pickup there. Still, Haskins trying to find things here for Washington. Goes back, looks across, and is knocked away there by the Eagles. And just like that, Eagles football. Now, Wentz looking, and he's got Dallas Goedert for the touchdown. 17-0 Eagles, and the Eagles are cruising here in this contest. 6 minutes, 54 seconds. Washington has the football. They give it to Antonio Gibson, who breaks off for a nice 18-yard run, the 3rd-round pick. Washington still trying to get things rolling. 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Haskins with the pitch to McKissick, and J.D. McKissick is wrapped up immediately, and the Eagles would eventually get the ball back here with 1:43 left, and this is where the tie would turn. Wentz looking, intercepted by Fabian Monroe, and Washington takes over with 1:37 left in the second, and Haskins looking for his old college teammate Terry McLaurin, who finds himself across the middle and for a Washington first down. 17-0. Haskins looking, and he's got Logan Thomas, the former Virginia Tech quarterback, turn tight end, puts it in, and the Washington football team is on the board here. Great pass from Haskins to Logan Thomas, and it is 17-7 going into the half. 17-7, Eagles trying to bounce back after a little bit of struggles here, and then Wentz intercepted by the people's corner, Jimmy Moreland, the second-year cornerback out of JMU, and Washington continues the momentum change. And Wentz is disgusted as he comes off the field, but now Haskins trying to capitalize. He looks and he finds Steven Sims Jr., and he's down around the 2-yard line. Now Washington with an opportunity to punch this in. They hand it off to Peyton Barber, one of those newly acquired running backs coming from Tampa Bay last year. Gets the touchdown at 17-14. Then early in the 4th, Dustin Hopkins will put it in to tie it up at 17. Now Wentz in a little bit of trouble on this one, and Ryan Kerrigan becomes the all-time leader in sacks for the Washington football franchise. Gives you a little HBK there. 6 minutes left in the 4th. Haskins hands off to Barber, puts it in for his second touchdown of the day, and Washington takes the lead. 24-0 run here for the Washington football team. 27-17, Eagles in desperation mode. Wentz under pressure. Chase Young knocks it away, as recovered by the new all-time leader in sacks for the Washington football franchise. Just great pressure by this defensive line. A lot of people are excited about this Washington defensive line. And just like that, the Washington football team wins this one 27-17. Ryan Kerrigan, 2 tackles and 2 sacks, making him the all-time leader in this Washington football franchise. Dallas Goedert had 8 receptions for 101 yards and a touchdown for Philadelphia. This is what Ryan Kerrigan had to say after the game.
Crazy. I mean, this organization's been around for a really long time. Seen a lot of, really productive players come through, and to be at the top of that list now is pretty special to me, for sure. Definitely, yeah. I'm definitely glad I didn't have to wait around too many games. So I'm glad I've talked about it a lot. It was talked about a lot last year, talked about a lot this year. I'm glad to finally have that place.
Well, everybody, that is it for this edition of the Legacy Maker Sports News Update. I am Darrell Owens. Thank you all for tuning in. And this is not the first time we will bring you Washington highlights throughout the season. Each week we will bring you Washington highlights. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm Darrell Owens. Until next time.